So I'm Jesse Kurlanchik. I'm the design director here on Spellbreak at Proletariat. I'm also one of the company co-founders. It's going to be live on April 8th, so a little more than 2 weeks from today.
Oh, you guys. So I'm sorry. I don't want. We're going to probably pause and talk about this video a lot while we're going. You guys, check it out. So not only do we see that they're upgrading in the right, Chewy pointed out, I believe, but look, Ascending Flame, Tier 1. It shows us how we have to level up these outfits. Deals 7,500 damage with fire while wearing any Ascending Flame outfit. Wait, any Ascending Flame outfit? Wait a second. Does that mean that there's going to be multiple outfits per class that are upgradable? Because this one that we're looking at is also a fire themed skin. Is this an Ascending Flame outfit and the other pyro skin that we already have also an Ascending Flame outfit? If that's the case, do we get entire sets of outfits for each class that are upgradable? I'm losing my mind. More than one? 5-man lobbies confirmed? Okay, calm down, everybody relax, let's calm down. Okay, hold on, let's read the rest. Activate 5 Brillstone clusters. Okay, that's a BR quest. Stony Ruin, deal blah blah blah. Finish 2 Battle Royale matches in the top 15 as a Tempest. So they're going to force us into Battle Royale, you guys. Like, the Chapter Pass is going to force us into Battle Royale. So Dominion will not completely kill the Battle Royale unless we just buy the Battle Pass.
You know, we've been live. The game's been live for about 6 months now. We launched back in September. We did Chapter 1 back in December. And so this is going to be our second chapter release. We're going to highlight for you today 2 main features. So we're going to be talking about Dominion, which is a 5v5.
Hold on, you guys. I just got to say, look at the background. Look at the background. That is snow, ladies and gentlemen. Snow in the lobby. That area, the area where he's at, I do not recognize this area. New area on the map. New area on the map.
Objective-based game mode that we're introducing. You know, new quests for the chapter system, new cosmetics. You see Nick right here is wearing a new upgradable outfit. There's a whole bunch of balancing, a whole bunch of reworks, different aspects of combat and talents and all sorts of stuff that we can talk through over the course of the demo. So with Chapter 2, we've actually revamped all the talents in the game. So there are 21 talents now. Some have moved categories, some have had their points adjusted.
This is a hidden, like a kind of not a very promoted video.
Brand new ones. We retired 8 of them, if my math is correct. And so, you know, our goal for the game is always to keep the meta fresh, to shake things up on players, sort of have new experiences for them from month to month, from chapter to chapter.
Yeah. Now, the ones you removed, are those ones that are going to be out of the game permanently, or are you just removing them to get reworked and maybe they'll come back later down the line?
Yep, they're not gone forever. I mean, 1 or 2 might be gone forever.
I'm excited.
That were either, you know, just panned across the board by players. So those would need to be reworked before being brought back. Others were just very, very powerful. But, you know, we've introduced a whole host of new, very powerful talents. So Steph worked a bunch on Dominion, which is the new game mode. And she's going to talk to that, but I will probably interject a bunch as she's talking.
Yeah, so before we hop into the match, I'll give you a quick overview. So Dominion is the new game mode that we're releasing in this chapter, and it is unlike the Battle Royale that you've played before in this. This is a much smaller scale, 2-team, 5v5 control and capture mode. So what we'll be doing is dropping into an arena based on one of the sections of the map from Battle Royale, so you might recognize it a little bit. So we'll drop into the arena, and then there will be 3 capture points. Our 2 teams are going to fight it out to try and control these capture points and eliminate as many of the other players as possible, as many times as possible. So we'll be earning points based on the number of exiles that we get, and the number of points that we control and for how long. I think also for this particular demo, we're going to be doing a 4v4, but it should be noted that we can also play this
look
as
at that
a
loading
5v5.
screen, baby.
Just we're having
you guys, also, this is something that we kind of speculated on a little bit, and we saw a little bit in some of the promotional art that's been out. But look, this Valguard Inquisitor, does not look like these Valguard Inquisitors. That means that this will also be an upgradable outfit. This will also be an evolving outfit. This is such a great way to push quest initiative. Like, this is such a great way for to make players want to do these quests by upgrading the cosmetics, man. It's so genius. This is my main outfit. I'm calling it right now. This is the only outfit I will ever wear again, dude. As soon as I get this, I'm done. This is it. This is the one. This is the one. I love it. The more I look at it, the more I love it. It's perfect. More games switch to free-to-play and cosmetics format. This could shake things up. Ancient Generic, that is what Proletariat does all the time. They shake things up, man. They make decisions that nobody else is doing, and they're always great. Pretty much the same.
We don't have
lobby.
There's no chests in this game mode. We've introduced a series of NPCs, which you'll see when we log in. There's little camps of NPCs scattered around the map that you can basically blow up. They're very weak, and they will drop potentially scrolls, but also gear, gauntlets and runes and potions. We had a bunch of players who, when they come into the game, they always say, "Oh, wouldn't it be interesting if there was PvE?" We're touching that right now.
Okay, all right, okay, touching that. They're touching PvE.
So here's the shop. Here's the merchant.
They're flirting with a little bit of PvE.
3 gauntlets are randomly chosen from the pool of 5.
Okay.
You can pick whichever one you like, Nick, whatever you're competent with.
All right.
The second thing we always give you is a common rune.
Okay.
Again, these are pulled from the pool of, not quite sure the number is right now for number of runes. 8, 9.
All right.
And that reroll button that you notice on the bottom gives the players a way to control the randomness. So you get 3 rerolls per match.
Dude, the storm looks awesome.
So if you don't like, the options presented to you, you are free to hit reroll and pick it up.
Oh man, I can't wait to play this, you
so
guys.
Chances are you'll find a spec you like to play.
Yes, this is what Spellbreak's been needed for so long.
Yeah.
Oh
so
man,
the goal
I'm so
was,
excited right now.
we want that randomness to still, give you variety from match to match.
Wait, were those the Valguards?
But if you want to spend the resources, as it were, you can get the thing you want.
Okay. All right. So there's a lot
Nick
of.
just blew up a pack of NPCs.
Okay.
So they were very hapless. They will fight back and they will sort of disrupt you as if you're trying to capture a point that's too close to the NPCs.
The bots
pepper you with fire and everything.
Okay, here we go. Now they're fighting over a little bit of a point. All right.
How long is the respawn when you're killed?
Ooh, I like that. I love how it's got like a little sandy area here.
We're about to see one
that.
Yeah, that's in
okay, go back in.
Chunk of time, so you got to make sure to make
all right,
the most
so
of
he's
your
got the epic, or he could get the rare or the uncommon.
So while you're respawning, we've got a soft catch-up mechanic, where if you are knocked out by another player and you don't have enough to buy.
Yeah, so it should be mentioned is the Boon Gem system there, because I don't think we've talked about it. So we mentioned the NPCs. So on the bottom right there, right above the talents, is a rhombus diamond. It's purple, and that's your Boon Gem. So that fills up every time you deal damage, and that is to other players and also to the NPCs. So farming the creeps, as they might say, is really important, not just to get the items that they drop, but also to fill up your Boon Gem. And then once that's full, it can hold up to a total of 3 charges, I believe. You can choose to recall if you would like to, in order to go back to the shop without having to feed the other.
Yo, this is so awesome. This is so awesome, man.
And that also determines when you are exiled.
And Mana Blessing, choose your boon.
So you don't always just get one. But as Jesse mentioned, if you don't have that gem full and you are exiled, which is what just happened to me on my screen, then you get an upgrade for free, which helps you upgrade a little faster.
Okay.
Kill a bunch of the NPCs right off the bat. You probably get more scrolls than the opponents do, which increase your talent levels. If you happen to die a couple times in quick succession,
farming these NPCs are important.
You'll get a couple of power bumps. And similarly, like in MOBAs, if you're having a really good game,
Cash Guard, April 8th,
you are not necessarily going to be able to upgrade without recalling. And the recall timer is like 8 seconds. So that's a pretty hefty time.
Oh no, I'm just curious if it's like maybe like if you leave a match prematurely just because you're losing or you're upset, are you locked out of a match for the 3 minutes? Is there any kind of
sure.
punishment system for griefers or leavers?
Yes.
So the sort of other major feature that's being introduced is leagues, which is the rank system.
Okay.
And so you'll see at the top middle of the screen these little titles pop up with an icon and some amount of XP or number. Those are the accolades that we use to give you crowns,
3 seconds instead of 1. That's
which
good.
are the points required to sort of go up in rank. And once you've sort of reached the sort of real competitive tier, I guess, it costs you to get into matches. So if you bail on a match, you do not get any reward, and you still get charged the entry fee. So if I jump in, I get charged say 250 crowns, and I leave right away, I just go down 250 points.
Yeah, Caitlin, I see that. That's an interesting
so
punishment. I feel like they should be
people to at least stay through the end, because even if I lose a match, there's a chance that I've probably gotten enough points from doing other things, from capturing.
I feel like I understand. I'm glad that they're doing some kind of punishment against leavers and griefers, but that's not a strong enough punishment. They're not going to care. They're not going to care if they lose their points or whatever. I want to see, like, you can't play the game for 10 minutes or something. Obviously, there are special occasions where, like, emergencies happen or whatever, but I don't know, man. I don't feel like it's good enough. I don't know. I really feel like it's not good enough, but we'll see what happens going forward. So far, we're only 17 minutes in it. We're about halfway through. Here's my takeaway so far. I love it. Everything looks great. My 2 big concerns are, first thing is the lever punishment is not strict enough. People are not going to care enough about losing those points. If they're leaving whatever, they're not going to care. They need to be like on a timer before they can queue up again. The knowledge potions should not be in Dominion at all. And right now it seems like there's a very heavy focus on the PvE side, and if there's so much power from farming those camps, I don't know how people are going to enjoy that. In the beginning, Proletariat said they wanted to touch the PvE aspect and thought it would be cool to have more PvE. This doesn't feel like they're touching the PvE aspect. It feels like they're like fully embracing it, and there's just happens to be a PvP side thing going on. But I might be wrong. We're still getting halfway through it right now. Right now it feels like there's a lot of merit to farming these camps.
So here's the roll up. So because they won, they got 500, because Nick did a bunch of damage, assisting, warming up, etc. So the way the leagues work is that we want early players, new players, players who are not as familiar with the game, to have a sense of progress at all times before they
are
get
only
hit
17
with
now.
The really competitive things.
DF nerf.
So through bronze and silver, it is just a one-way path. Once you get to gold, diamond, platinum, legend, etc., those start costing. Those start
DF
becoming.
nerf.
You have to do well if you want to progress. Otherwise, you'll slide backwards.
So just like any other normal ranking system, basically, like people hate down ranking, but you know what? Like, that's where you are, and you should be matched with players of equal skill. You don't want to get boosted and then having just lose every fight. It's not fun, right?
This skin makes it worth it, though. They can screw up on whatever they want as long as I get this outfit, dude. Just give me this outfit. That's all I want, man.
But Nick, we have a whole slew of new cosmetics.
Oh, Masterless Warrior. Masterless Warrior. Level 1. Oh, wait, look at the Ancestor's Blade artifact. Oh, okay, bro. Give me all of it. I want this now. Merciless Lunge, Unrelenting Feint.
New rewards. And,
oh, man, Plasma Dan.
Chapter pass.
Plasma Dan.
Yeah,
Radish,
so
oh my god, man.
I think I hooked up. Literally, I did it like this weekend. There were like
Plasma
80
Dan, I'll
new
get you
cosmetics.
V-Bucks in a minute. Unrelenting
Tank. Skins,
okay,
emotes,
dude. I don't think that's what it says.
All of our emotes, not all of them.
You
all
guys!
Of them now have sound and music.
Yes, they finally showed off this outfit. I can finally use the render that I made.
Of the chapter pass.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I made a sick render with this outfit here, and I couldn't share it because
this weekend. There were like 80
I didn't
new
want to
cosmetics.
spoil it. I didn't want to leak anything. This
So,
one, the Ben
new
Helm
skins, new
Scholar.
emotes,
Yes.
all of our emotes, not all of them, but a lot of them now have
Ooh,
sound
look at
and
that
music
artifact,
attached to them,
though.
which is kind of
The
hilarious.
arcane light of Minar.
That's a pretty good one.
Wait,
kind of
look
hilarious.
at the helmet
All of
tier
them,
level 19.
Hooked up.
What now? Hunger for knowledge. Level 19? That looks pretty sick. Like a spell book? Like a cursed
Literally,
spell
like
book?
this weekend, there were like 80 new cosmetics.
That book is the Necronomicon.
So
you know what I'm talking
new
about.
skins, new emotes. All of our emotes.
Thought it was a
not
sick
all
helmet.
of them, but a lot of them now have sound and music attached to them.
Oh, same,
which is
ancient
kind of
generic. I
hilarious.
want to see more of everything.
That's
dude.
a pretty good one.
I think we'll get there. I feel like Spellbreak is pretty much. Wait a second.
There's
Precocious
definitely some effort into
Baker.
these.
Wait a second, dude. Is that Malfoy? Bro, if he had blonde hair, would that be Malfoy? That looks like a Harry Potter villain.
There's definitely some effort into these costumes.
Gryffindor!
Some people in games put no effort into their skins.
Wait, is this like a
they just
badass
adjust the
Harry
one on
Potter?
them, But that definitely seems like substantial value here and how the costumes look.
Yeah,
The
the
Valguard
cosmetic
Inquisitor.
team, has been doing a bang up job. Complete the quest.
Dude, here's
you
the
will
third.
upgrade to another
Level
tier.
3 skins.
you actually
Level
get
3 skins.
All of
Yep.
them unlocked eventually.
The Valkyrie. The Hyperborean Valkyrie. Tier 5 of 5. That's the Frost Lance? I mean, that's the Frost outfit? Wait. Hold on. Wait a second. Wait. So there's not multiple outfits that get upgraded. There's 5 tiers instead of 3 tiers. So does that mean that this Blazing Knight, no, tier 2 of 3. Firebrand cut. Whoa, this is 5 out of 5? What? No, ancient generic. I'm wrong. The Valkyrie is. I don't think that it is
unlocked eventually.
a freezing death, because look, this says tier 5 of 5 of freezing death, but this one says tier 2 of 3. Take icy aim. So they're not part of the same. They're not part of the same evolution.
You get a new outfit.
Is that the Lich
and now you get a
King?
quest and you can get
Underworld Titan.
2 or 3 more outfits.
Go back. What is wrong with you? How could you skip
get a
over
new
that?
Outfit, and now you get a quest, and you
Oh, dude.
it's sort of a value add. You get a new outfit, and now you get a quest.
Oh man.
2 in your face, and they might like want something a little bit more mellow. They might want like someone that's, if you go scroll down, Nick, in the bottom middle, there's like he looks kind of like a sports player. It's like, sure. In the chapter pass,
just
we
give
saw,
this dude a football, bro.
Let's say some
Give that dude a football and let him drive. That's
for
it.
fantasy character.
Just send him through, man. Just send
I
him
saw
through.
Druid skin down there, which is fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
man.
druids. There's like a
Blind
there's like a Dark
Faith.
Knight character.
Wait, you guys, hold on. Have you all noticed what color rarity these outfits are? These are not legendary outfits. These are not legendary outfits. Upgradables are turquoise. Ooh, I wonder what they're going to call them. Dude.
A fairly generous amount of gold that they can buy stuff from the store with. If you want, you can buy the chapter pass with gold. I think it's 1,000 gold. Is that correct, Seth?
Oh, that's not bad. That's easy to
the chapter
get.
pass is 1,000 gold. That comes with additional outfits.
Yes.
And then you can play to unlock more, or again spend gold.
Basically free
to
chapter
sort of
pass with all the new
skip that
outfits,
part of
man.
things.
Dominion, since you guys are introducing the new game mode Dominion, which is your take on Domination or King of the Hill, is this a good like kind of step foot in the door to like other modes, like maybe capture the flag or or conquest, something like that?
Good question.
100%. I think in terms of how we implemented leagues specifically, we did it with a fairly generic system so that we could rank a variety of modes without doing a lot of extra work. So if we want to add, CTF or like assault defense or anything like that, a lot of the work around Dominion was setting up a system that we could sort of more easily plug stuff into.
Yes.
We also, in the sort of process of doing Dominion, we went through, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 different prototypes of, you know, would this
Yeah, T-File, I was already talking about it, dude. Let me go to that place. Let me go to that place. I just want to go where the snow is.
sort of mode work in Spellbreak? Would this mode work in Spellbreak?
Kyrie
and Dominion
Caitlin.
sort of
Oh,
highlighted
God, that would...
a lot of the sort of best parts about the game. So
be
small
amazing.
scale combat. Players had been asking for us to do an objective-based game mode for so long that we would have been negligent not to. So we have 4 different arenas for launch. They're sort of based on some of the players' sort of most favorite zones. So we were just in Dustpool, right?
Yeah.
I think we were in the deserty one.
T-Foul.
So there's one in Dustpool. There's one in
hold on, let me listen to this.
Bogmore, which is the very swampy. It's like really foggy and dark and green. There's one in Halcyon, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
Which is
near
like
the
which is like a
cathedral.
very classic fantasy, big castles, green, lush, rolling hills. And I can't remember where the 4th one is.
It's somewhere else that's nice and green.
Man,
I
now.
don't know
It's
why
true.
I'm
Man,
looking
now.
too.
I don't know, T-Foul, dude.
it's
What
the
do you
runes.
think,
It's
man?
the runes in
Like,
Hinwood.
while watching
Yes, it's
this,
Hinwood.
I get the idea that there's
that's
a
like a
gigantic
cracked and sort of
focus
busted landscape.
on farming NPCs.
And players,
like,
you know,
it's
players
really
basically
going to
said
be
they really like
reliant
these areas. They
on
like
like
fighting in these
getting those
areas.
creep kills,
So
dude.
we built sort of arenas.
What do you think
and-
about that? How do you think that
and,
feels?
and
Do you think
sort of
that like it's going to
sub-areas of the map
open
that really
a
highlight
cool
it?
new like
No, I know
diverse,
you guys have done
different kind of
tremendous
gameplay that you
overhaul of
don't get
the
anywhere
runes
else?
and augmenting the
Where
powers
you
and
have
stuff
like
that.
people that's like in
But I
charge of
still have
pushing
to ask,
points and
'cause
people
a
that's in
community
charge
will
of
want to
farming
know,
camps?
the
Or do you think
no
it's
new
out of
powers
place
coming,
and
no
feels
new,
a little
no,
bit
not
forced?
a death set or anything like that?
Yeah, so we're not adding new classes yet. We basically have got a pretty good idea of what it's going to be, but I can't talk about it yet.
Oh, exclusives. Love exclusives.
Not yet.
No, it's hard
Not for
because
chapter 2.
all the classes, all the powers work with each other. So adding a new one to the pool kind of throws a wrench in the machine in a way.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about publicly.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about how
Look at
we
those
think
noodles coming in,
about,
dude.
You know, adding classes.
Matrix.
I'm happy to expound for hours and hours on that. The sort of the way you could do it. You know, so we've got fire. Fire is a part of the game. We've got ice. That's a part of the game.
Come on,
There's
Jesse, give
nothing
us something.
that says we couldn't make a new fire gauntlet. So it's like a flamethrower instead of a fireball.
Oh,
Or
yes.
instead of that ice sniper, the ice lance, it's a freezing mist or a rolling snowball. That's a terrible idea. But by leveraging existing elements, we can sort of short circuit a lot of that stuff. And then there's making classes based on using the same gauntlet but in different ways. So you could have a class that it's the pyromancer that drops a flame wall, but now the flame wall is like a support structure.
Oh,
It heals your
man.
team when they go in. or
Wait
stuff
a
like that.
second.
So you could change,
And
you could change ways powers work rather than just adding a new class, right? That's the whole point.
Oh,
That said, we could also just add a new class.
yes.
Has there been, if I'm thinking, has there been, because you guys pretty much covered the gamut of elements. Has there been?
Power wasn't changed though, but listen, if that is their mindset, instead of getting a water gauntlet or whatever in the future, imagine getting a new version of all of the gauntlet, all the classes that we already have, like a different mastery. Instead of being a pyromancer, this one is like a fire healer, or you know what I mean? Like, that is such a great way of looking at it. And they made the statement before that whatever they're adding is already in the game, and doing it like this would completely surprise everybody, man. Nobody would get it. Holy crap, Jesse, big brain.
The most common ones, there's probably 4 that get called out most frequently.
Dragon Caller.
People say
Fire.
light and darkness.
Pyromancer.
Pretty often.
Yes.
People talk about water because we have ice but not water. And people talk about, quote, nature.
Yes,
So they want like
T-Foul.
a plant gauntlet.
Yep. I love the yellow idea.
And
The
then
idea
after
of yellow
that, it
lightning.
gets into all sorts of weird stuff.
Do you guys have a number on the chapter pass and how much that will cost if people want to purchase?
They
some
might do
Ride
it,
the Ladder
Sky.
that way?
They might do it.
Yeah, the chapter pass will be 1,000 gold, which I think is, what, $10 US?
That's so
Roughly, I
cheap,
believe.
man. The chapter pass is great. The fact that you can earn enough gold to buy it.
Sounds like a good
And
deal.
it's really not that. It's really not
It's
that
a great deal.
difficult.
We compare very favorably to other games in terms of what you get for it too.
So how has, since you guys are now adding the ranking system, how does that help players get matched with the appropriate I want to say like gameplay level or like experience level?
Oh yeah, so I work a lot on the matchmaking system, and getting to work on that system in tandem with leagues has been an absolute treat because it kind of speaks for itself a little bit in a way. So we've worked on the matchmaking specifically for this league system to make sure that players are matched with players of an appropriate skill level.
Okay.
Both whether they choose to play ranked or even if they choose to play unranked. So where when players queue in for a ranked match, they'll be matched with players of a similar skill level to them, both on their team and on the opposing team. And also we have some calculations in place to make sure that if a team queues in and you have a wide range of players, that we will also attempt to make sure that we match you to another team that has a similar range, or at least, you know, their averages sort of end up balancing out.
Meaning if you and your boys
and
queue
that
up
goes for
with a full 5-man team, then you're going to go against other full 5-man teams, most likely even regardless of skill level. So you might go against some big stacks. So I don't know how recommended it will be unless you're like playing regularly with some people. I don't know how recommended it would be for a full 5 stack to queue up, but I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes when we go in, man. Yeah, I guess matchmaking, this whole matchmaking thing, we'll just have to see how it feels when we play it, because you can talk about it all you want, but until we get in there and see how it feels, I just don't think we're really going to know.
Ranked and unranked. You know, unranked doesn't take your league into account, but we do still have some skill metrics on the back end that we use to make sure that you know, players who have reached the highest ranks in our leagues can't just go into unranked and start crushing brand new players who are still trying to learn the game. We still want to make sure that that's at least a little bit balanced over there.
You know, over the first couple of weeks, we're going to be watching very closely at how, you know, players are performing, how they're matchmaking.
True. That's what I was thinking.
Sort of adjust accordingly.
Yeah, big thing here is that right at the start, everyone's
they're
actually
fast.
going
I
to
agree.
start, regardless
I think
of
they're a
their
little bit faster than normal.
Spellbreak at the lowest rank at bronze 10. So at the very beginning, it's going to be a little interesting watching how this plays out, because the more skilled players who have a long history with the game are going to advance through the ranks very quickly. But everyone's got to start somewhere. So there might be a little bit of skill imbalance right at the start as everyone starts to balance out. But once everyone distributes themselves into the appropriate
mana blasting. What's wrong with you?
I'm hoping that we'll start getting some matches that make a lot of sense and give players the right amount of challenge while also not feeling like they're unfair in one direction.
They said they were going to up the casting speed on the
was there
gauntlets.
any
Is that verified?
difficulty in matchmaking because the game is cross-play? Like, what was some of the challenges in that regard? I mean, obviously people have keyboard or mouse, or even more powerful PCs that get faster frames or bigger draw distance, that kind of stuff.
We do try to accommodate people playing on PC versus people on console.
You got to be a nerd,
We definitely
Kyrie.
want people who have similar control schemes playing with each other. As you mentioned, it's not necessarily the most fair experience if someone playing like handheld on Switch is up against someone who's the top of the line PC. So we do try to prioritize matching players with people with similar control schemes if we can, if at all possible, just to, you know, try and level the playing field a little bit there.
Nice.
Guys. And when will people be able to experience Chapter 2? Is it releasing simultaneously on all platforms?
Yep, it'll be out everywhere on April 8th. Spent a lot of time getting cross-play, cross-progression, and sort of simultaneous releases to be possible. In an accidental, it was completely, we didn't set out to do this. We were the first game to ever launch with full cross-play, cross-progression, full sort of 9 ever on launch day.
That's right.
Which was very, very surprising.
Proletariat's the first, going to be doing a first of a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen.
PS5, Xbox Series X, are we going to get frame boost, better performance modes on those eventually? What's going on with that?
I am the wrong person to ask. I'm sorry. I know we work in backward compatibility mode, but I don't have anything to say about PS5 or Xbox SX.
A great video, really showed off game mode really well. Gave us a lot of information. Super excited to play it. I cannot wait to see what's going on with it. I think it's going to be exactly what Spellbreak needs. There's a lot of focus on the NPCs, and I don't really like, but we'll see how it feels once we play. Also, I do not like the fact that knowledge potions are in the game. I think that is not great whatsoever. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. See if they keep them in there after their launch, after enough people complain about it, because I'm sure they're not going to be happy. If they're going to have knowledge potions in that mode, it needs to have some visual indication that the person that is attacking you has multiple charges in some way. Or just take it out. Casper knows. Casper knows.